So put up a couple videos already, so this time I'm going to do a little introduction of myself, about what I'm going to be doing and stuff like that. So first off, I just want to introduce you to my car. You guys already seen it, and probably later today I'll put up another clip, or maybe at the end of this video I'll put up what mods I put in the car so far. So to start off, I just want to tell you guys how I even ended up in this car, in this rally edition. And it was pretty weird. It's kind of like it was meant to be, because I wasn't even looking for a Hyundai. I was actually looking more towards the Ford Focus. And so the day came up that I was ready to go and see what I was going to get. I went to the Ford dealership. They didn't have the car I wanted there. They didn't have the ST. They had the other one, whatever it is, the lower trim. So we went in there, we told them what I was looking for and stuff like that, but they didn't have it. So the guy said they're gonna bring it from another dealership. Like, it was around 20 minutes away probably from us, the other dealership. So they did that, but 20 minutes passed, 30 minutes passed, 45 minutes passed, and still no car. And then I had seen the Veloster when it first came out back in 2012, 2013, whatever the first year was, but it was a non-turbo, so I never really liked it. But it was something that my dad had liked, so he's like, well, while we're waiting, why don't we go see if they have any turbos at our dealership, which is only like 10 minutes away from the Ford dealership. So I was like, skeptical about it. I was like, whatever, we're just standing here waiting anyway, why not? So we went over there, and they had a couple turbos outside. They had a white one, a black one, and I think a gray one, like not matte gray, but just regular gray. So anyway, we got off the car, we went inside, and the Rally was sitting right there in the showroom floor, all beautiful and whatnot. But of course, I don't know, when cars look like really nice and flashy, they're gonna be worth a pretty penny. So as soon as I saw it, I didn't get my hopes up. The first thing that attracted me though was the paint. So whatever, guy comes over, what can I help you with? Well, let me see this car. So I opened it up, I see the seats, I see all the interior blue trim, nice of course, right? And I see the window sticker price, and it was only $22. So that kind of kept my attention, I kept looking at it. And then what the Ford Focus had that I didn't want was all that navigation stuff and all that random nonsense that I don't personally need. Because even when I go out of town and I use a nav system, I just use my phone. I use maps. So what am I gonna pay? I think it was like $400 or $500 more for that system that I wasn't even gonna ever use, really. So I didn't want that. So I didn't want to pay for something I wasn't gonna use. So this car doesn't have that. This car, the Rally Edition, is very pretty bone. I think that's what they call it, bone. Kind of nothing too fancy. The fanciest thing I have in here is probably like the Bluetooth, and the backup camera. It actually does come with the backup camera, so that was pretty cool in there. But yeah, I checked it out. I saw it was stick shift, because that's what I was looking for. And in all honesty, I did not know how to drive stick shift before I got into this car. I learned how to drive stick shift in this car, and my dad was the one that actually test drove it and everything. I was just in the passenger seat, and I really liked it. It pulls pretty alright. I mean, coming from a Ford Fusion that I had, it's pretty good. This is the fastest car I've ever had. Before the Fusion, I had a Hyundai Elantra, which is why I'm familiar with Hyundais and stuff, and I love their warranty. So yeah, we jumped in the car, we test drove it. I liked it. So we went back into the dealership, but by the time we got back to the dealership, I think the test drive was like 5 minutes or something like that. There was already 2 other people waiting in line to test drive the car. So I was like, damn. So anyway, they started running my credit, my numbers, all that kind of good stuff. And the other people came back from driving around and stuff, and they were waiting, and then they both wanted it. It was I think he was Korean. I'm not gonna, I think it was Korean. So he wanted the car too. They were all looking at it, and they were all trying to get into it, but the dealership told them, first come, first serve. So if my numbers don't go through and my credit, then it'll go on to the next person and the next person. So I was kind of getting a little nervous because I was already starting to like the car. By that time, I called Ford and I told them, you know what, just forget it. You guys took too long, this and that. Plus, when they ran my numbers at the Ford dealership, they wanted like $460 a month for the ST, which was a no-go. I wasn't trying to pay no more than $350 a month just to have a good leeway on payments and not be broke all the time. So anyway, we drove it, test drove it. I liked it. It was sitting right there in the showroom floor. It caught my attention, and the guy rolls up, the salesperson, because we were sitting at his desk. He had like the most saddest, disappointing look on his face, and I was like, damn, that's it, I'm not getting the car. And then he just smiles and says, we got it, you got it, it's yours. And I just flipped out. Not literally, but I was happy. I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's start doing all the paperwork, all the contracts and all that stuff. And the other people were all pissed off, blah, blah, blah. But my first thinking was, when I first got there, was, well, if I don't get this one, I'll just have them order me another one, no big deal, right? Because that's what other dealerships do with normal cars. They'll just, hey, if you don't get that one, we'll send out for another one. But like I said, I never heard of the Rally Edition before I stepped into the dealership that day. I just knew they had the turbo versions. I never knew they had the other couple editions they have. And so yeah, I was like, whatever. So the other people were thinking the same thing. So they went over to their salesman and wanted to order another one. And they told them, well, we can't order another one because they're all pretty much not sold, but they're already distributed, and this is a limited, really limited edition car. That's when they told me there was only 1,200 of them made and out for sale. So the other people were pretty pissed off at me. They were giving me the looks the whole time we were in there. They still stayed in there for about an hour trying to find another one. Who knows if they got it or not, but I was happy that I got mine. So that's the story, how I got it behind the wheel of this Rally Edition. Thanks for watching, guys. That's the end of it. This is it. Hope you guys liked that little introduction about my car and how I got into it. If you guys want to see more videos, you already know what to do. Hit that like, hit that comment, and subscribe for more. So this is Rally, signing out.